Good morning, folks. This is Tuesday, the 5th of March, and today's the big day. We're going for it. Yesterday I released a video saying goodbye to the tent, and I wasn't sure whether the night that we just had was going to be the last night or not. We had one more night in the tent, and today the wind is fairly low. It's going to rise a little bit over the next couple of hours, but it's due to slack off again around midday. That gives us a couple of hours to empty the tent and then to crack on with the job in hand. Let's take a quick look. First, Tina girl. Hey babe, gotta have some Tina. It's tradition, folks. It's the tradition of this channel. We have a Tina girl. Talk to the peoples. Tina girl, talk to the peoples. Sorry guys, she's disinterested in you this morning. But here we are. Here we are. We've moved a few things around, shuffled a few things. We're trying to clear space because the new tent is going to be a little bit larger than this one. Solar's out because the sun is now up and around earlier than it used to be. Used to be 10:15 before we got the sun on the panels. Now we get it on here from about 8:30, 9 o'clock onwards. But here's the tent on its last day. There's, like I said, a little bit of a breeze now, but I'm going to trust the forecast. Always a mistake. But I don't know how much you're going to see that. Here's the lack of roof. This is all going to go today. We're going to empty this out. Empty this side. Empty this side. Whoa, we're going to empty this. Then we're going to empty in the bedroom. Then we're going to collapse the bed. Dismantle the bed, dismantle the tent, and put the new one in. Maybe a bit of ground clearance. As I said, the new one is a few meters longer than the old one, so we might have to rejig this area, move the barbecue probably. Even if the tent fits without moving the barbecue, it'll be too close to the tent for the occasional spark that comes off. So this is it. This is goodbye tent. Served me well. We've had issues when the roof split in the middle of August, I think it was. But today's the day, guys. But that's it, guys. Today's the day. So once again, thank you, Simon. And thank you, tent. Onwards, guys, onwards to the next chapter. Let's do this thing. Hello again, folks. 10:20 on Tuesday morning. And just taking a quick break from emptying the tent. We got the one half emptied. I'll go back and show you where we're at with that in a moment. But I needed to bring the dog for walkies. So let's have a quick look around because this is beautiful Spain after all. Torrevieja. First things first. There's my girl, Tina, against the backdrop of the Mediterranean. Hey girl, you gonna say hello to the peoples? Tina? No, I think she's transfixed by her doggy down the way. Lady walking a dog along the way. But have a look at this, guys. Have a look at this. This is your morning view while walking the dog. Hey? Can't say fairer than that. Of course, I was awake till 4 in the morning with rats surrounding the tent. At one point I could hear 5 sets of, I'm not going to say footprints, but 5 sets of beasties running around me. One trying to get into the dog's box, the food box where the dog food's kept, and 4 milling around the edge of the tent. Okay, 4 o'clock in the bloody morning and I'm up and out and chasing them around. Swings and roundabouts, folks. Swings and roundabouts. On the one hand, rats. On the other hand, glorious, glorious coastline and weather. Literally swings and roundabouts. The rough with the smooth. The good with the bad. Okay, guys. I'm going to finish walking her ladyship. And then we'll take a quick look at where we're at and crack on. Hopefully we can get this all done today. Join me on Sundays for Trampcast. It's the weekly look at the successes, the failures, the happenings in my life as a tramp, a homeless guy, a hobo, living in Torrevieja in Spain. It's at 5 o'clock Spanish time, Central European time. It's at 4 p.m. GMT, UK time. And 10 a.m. US Central time. Love to see you there, folks. Okay. Delta Mike, out. Okay, folks, just after 10:30 and we're back in camp from our doggy walk. And let's take a quick look around. As ever, the young lady in my life. So here we go, folks, a quick swoop around. Things that have been removed from the tent, and we've only removed the outer half, the non-bedroom elements. This is what was piled up in what I call the vestibule. My chest of drawers, my shelving units, multiple. A lot of food under this blue tarp is food that we're trying to give some element of shade through the day while this goes on. And lots of bags. This is the new tent, and these are the things we're going to try and put on the ground under the tent to try and preserve the floor for longer, because the floor going through has been an issue. What with my little rodent friends. Let's quick look at the tent itself, folks. Obviously we've got this huge missing panel on the side, so that you're viewing that's the inner wall. That's the bedroom. There's no outer wall anymore. We've seen previously how there's no roof other than this tarp, which we're going to take off shortly and show you what the tent would look like without its tarp over the top. And then this is the inside. Obviously it needs a sweep, but we've emptied out the guts of it, and this is the inside and the damage that is building, that is accruing. And up here, here's the here's the remnants of one half of the roof, and the other half of the roof has gone until you get right down here, halfway down the wall, where we've had to pin things a couple of times because even this was broken and breaking, and the entire half of the tent was falling to the floor. So it's been a challenge, folks. It's been a challenge. Keeping it going. We're getting holes, there's holes developing all over the place. It did not have long left, as people rightly pointed out to me. There was just not. Now you see the wind's blowing at the minute. We're hoping that's going to die down in a couple of hours. We don't want to really be trying to disassemble a tent and erect a new tent in those kind of winds. Forecast. Have you watched any of my videos about weather forecasts? I'm not a fan, but the forecast says the wind's going to die down. The forecast said yesterday was going to be windier than today, but I now regret not doing this yesterday. What can you do? Weather forecasts, folks. But we've got work to do, so let us crack on with it, and we'll come back to you shortly. Okay, folks. Apart from the bed, the tent is now empty. Let's take a quick look. Here we are on the outside, looking at the mess that it is, complete with its broken crest on top. Let's go in. This part you've seen already. This, the bedroom, look. The bedroom. Oh, I got snagged on a needle. Give me a second. Safety pins, guys, safety pins. Here's the doorway. The zip gave up long ago, so it's all safety pinned. But around this end, where it no longer reaches, I had to break the safety pins, put them through, and then twist them so they were twisted wire. So now I've just come in and just got snagged on the thing, obviously. Here, folks, here's the double bed I built. 2 mattresses, piles of bricks and planks. And then there would have been roughly this room for the same again on the other side, but there wouldn't have been a gap in between. So I had my bed here, bedside cabinet ahead, and then the rest was storage. But look here, look what we got here. This, I didn't know it at the time, because there were things piled here.
This was when my little rodent friends were coming in. They followed one of these ripples in and then come on through and in, bit their way through. Little buggers. Growing admiration for the little sods, but I don't want to be living with them inside my bedroom. So we're just going to we got to take the mattresses out and dismantle the bed. Then we can start dismantling the tent, folks. Go on, bright white. The lighting through the broken roof. Through here, look. Out of the bedroom, but under the tarp when the wind blows. Lights me up nice and bright. So that's all we're going to do, guys. Dismantle the bed, and then we take the tarp off the roof and start dismantling. Okay, folks. The mattresses are away. I'm just going to dismantle the bed. But for anyone that never saw the bed construction video, go find it. I'll put a link in the description maybe, if I remember. But let's just take a look at what my bed consists of without the mattresses. Okay, folks, here we are. It's really simple. There's 2 bricks, 4 piles of 2 bricks. Obviously they've moved around a little bit over the months. There are 2 beams, one spanning the pair of piles of bricks at the bottom end of the bed, one beam spanning between the bricks at the top end of the bed. Here, and going across. And then we've got 4 planks spanning those beams lengthways across the bed, down the bed. And obviously the mattresses would then go on there. We got a few things that's fallen through, and I've got one of the tarps that I use at the side of the bed there, because we used to get water ingress on the inside of the tent, so we had a tarp up the side of the bed so that any water running down here was kept away from the mattresses. I learned early on how much of a sponge those mattresses can be. If you get water anywhere near them, they'll soak it right up. So we're just going to dismantle this, and then we're going to start dismantling the tent. Let the fun begin. Okay, folks, 11:45, and the bed is deconstructed and removed, and it's made a difference, and not in a good way. Inside and have a quick look. Look at this, folks. Do you see that tent pole? Do you see how much that is now sagging, leaning in, collapsing? And in here, the whole bedroom is just going. It literally looks like the bed was all that was propping the whole thing up. The bed being in position was holding the tent up. That's incredible how bad this is without the bed in. We've taken the bed out and immediately the whole thing just, whoa, it's just collapsed. Look at this. Who would have thought that my bed was all that was holding the tent up? Amazing. Amazing. I would never have guessed in a million years. Tina, of course, wants to get in on the action. Hey, babe. Who are we talking to? Who's Tina talking to? No. Be nice, be nice. Okay, folks, we're going to begin the process of dismantling. I think. Sorry, I'm crouching down to talk to the dog. Later, folks. Okay, folks, it is 12 o'clock on the nose. 12 noon on Tuesday, and we've taken the tarp off. Let's have a look. This, folks, this was my tent of late. This is what I've been living in, with the black plastic sheet over the top, hiding the fact. Look at the gap in the roof, folks. Just look at this. From there across to there. There's a bloody metre. It wasn't a rip in the roof. It was a lack of a roof in the end. The whole thing gave. Now, obviously, this has collapsed a little bit and isn't sitting as proud as it's not showing itself off to its best. As soon as the bed came out, the whole thing has obviously collapsed. But let me go inside. Let's look up from inside at the lack. That's what the split in the roof became. From there to there. It's over a metre. It's literally over a metre. And it was from end all the way across to the other end. I didn't realise that my bed was what was holding it all together, or at least holding it up. I think a pole or something is broken in this far corner. It's either broken or given in some way. It's buckled, lost its rigidity. This is then this is buckled. This is given way. But this has been a living space, guys. This from the end of May. So I think it was May 30th until now, March the 5th, and we're about to take the tent down. Let's just come back out, have a final. Let's just have a final look. See if we can find something that connects to the screenshot. I don't know, guys. Well, is that impressive? It's a shame. So this tent was a Yorgia. This was the brand. It served me well. It was, if you look back, I know we're not showing it at its best. I apologise to the company in question. I'm not giving it its best view here. But this is how it has ended up. Tina, let's have some quiet, darling. This is how it has ended up. So guys, this is the tent as it has ended. This is it, with all the various rips along the bottom. This big rip that appeared a couple of nights ago and that I patched, but the winds were too strong and the patch didn't hold. And it's the various collapsy bits. As I said in the video the other day, it did me well for 9 or 10 months. I couldn't get my head around the calculation. Someone will have to tell me. But we're about to bring it down, folks. It shortly will be no more. I suspect my neighbours might be glad of the fact. Me, on the other hand, I'm a little bit torn. And Tina's a little bit excited. Okay folks, 12:35. I think we're ahead of schedule from what we thought we would be. Let's take a look. The tent is no more. The tent is gone. Here we've got the ground sheet from the front half, the non-bedroom part of the tent, and here we've got the bedroom, so the bedroom floor in particular. But not sure whether we're going to use any of this yet. The flooring from the non-bedroom part we're probably going to use. This not so much. And the tent itself, guys, can't get the poles apart, half of them. They're jammed solid. Can only undo them in little bits. Well, in big bits. Not many of the joints will come undone. But the tent itself, the shell of the tent is just a ripped up mess. So here we are, guys. This we need 7 meters. And we want to put it kind of in diagonally here, where we are. So before it was just straight down here, we're going to go a little bit more diagonal, something like this. So from this corner, and we want to go 7, 5, 6, 7 would be here. So we're going to have to move the barbecue probably. We haven't quite worked out the angles yet, so there's a little bit of work to do there, and a little bit of ground clearance. Moving stones and pebbles out of the way so that we've got a smoother floor. It won't be totally smooth, but smoother. But this is where we're at, guys, at 12:37. And here, of course, the lady making all the noise, Tina girl. It is just after 1:30. There's Tina girl, say hello to the peoples. And over here, we have a new palace. Have a look at this, folks. What do we make
of this. I give it 24 hours before I'm locked up. The roses will be right around. Look at the size of this. Who lives in a house like this? Look at the size of this. Tina girl, quite quiet. Let's have a quick look inside, guys. I'm not going to step inside yet. Or maybe one foot. Look at the size of this. Oh my God. I am a tramp and I live in a field. But apparently I've got a palace. What do you know? Okay folks, later. We're coming up on 4:30 almost. And we're about done. Most of what's going back in is in. A few little bits to tidy up. The camp's a mess. But let's take a look. I'm stood outside the site at the minute. I don't know if you can see it over my shoulder. I think you can. But I'm going to turn around in a second and show you properly. Give me a second. Okay folks, this is the view from the little road, the little track that runs by the camp. As you can see, it's big. It's big. It's not just big, it's huge. We did accidentally put it the wrong way around and it was too much effort to straighten back up. You see this side, there's a door there with a kind of a porch, a little flap that would stick out and go over the door, divert rain away from the door and the side of the tent. But by the time we realised we'd already got things done and it was big and bulky and we're surrounded by prickly bushes that wouldn't have done the tent any favours if we tried to twist it around. Such is life, we'll have to live with it. But look at it. Let's go and have a proper look from the other side. Okay folks, it is 4:48 and time for the big reveal. I'm revealing Tina. Tradition folks, you gotta have your traditions. But here is the tent. I'm gonna take it inside, just briefly. Now everything's just had to be thrown in just to finish the day off, get as much in as possible. We still have some reorganising to do. We've got things to throw away. The camp is a bit of a disaster zone because everything that's been scattered around in place, all being pulled into one spot. So in we come. We've got a carpet, we have a coffee table. We have a laundry bin, and we have a bedroom for storage, foods and tools, my new fishing gear. Thank you, Andy. Mountain View Farm, guys. Andy from Mountain View Farm came back. The guy who brought me the veg the other week came back with some fishing gear. I'm going to put that to a test soon. Keep my mate Patrick quiet, otherwise he'll be harassing me. Only joking, Patrick. But we're going to close up this shortly. So all the storage is tucked away. We've got a nice... this is the door that's at the wrong side of the tent, but fresh air. Gives us fresh air, folks. Ventilation. Likewise over here. And then we got the main bedroom. I don't know what kind of state I've left it, but for now I haven't built a bed up. I'm just 2 mattresses on the floor. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to build the bed up off the ground again. I think my preference is that I would. I think I'm leaning towards it, but for now I've just thrown all the bedding back on and the blankets and pillows and piled things. Look at my cabinet. But I just piled everything back in, folks. It's already a little bit crowded, but I'm going to bring a chair in, I think, and I'm going to have an evening where, let's put the camera back on me where it belongs. I'm going to have an evening where when it gets dark I don't have to just lie on the bed. Got a bit of a living room, bit of space.
the evening can close in and it's not bedtime straight away. That'll be different. That will be different. Now, folks, I don't know if I've explained where the tents come from and the whole situation there. You've been here a while. You heard the name Karen. Yeah, Karen. Now I'm contributing half with the funds that you guys have been kind enough and generous enough to contribute. So I'm paying my half. But Karen insisted. She was trying to insist on paying the whole thing. I can't have that. This thing's huge and it's brand new. Therefore, it would have been expensive. Hold on. Well, that didn't take long, folks. The tent was up. We guesstimate the tent was up by 2 o'clock, and before 5 o'clock we've had a visit already. I'll say no more. As I was saying before I was interrupted, it's a brand new tent. It's big. Would have been expensive, and Karen and her husband were offering to pay for the full thing. But you guys have been so generous over the last couple of weeks that I'm in a totally different position now, and I'm able to contribute some of those funds towards the new tent, which is what a lot of you expressed a desire for, to get me a new home, to get me a roof over my head. So here we are, folks. I has a new roof over my head. I'm still in a field, but you know, one step at a time. It's not going to be raining in on me. The rats and mice aren't just going to be walking in like they were before. I'm going to need to sort through all of this and reduce it and maybe throw some things away and get through some of this food, get some of that eaten, make some more space, become better organised. I got some shelves out here, if you can see. I got some shelving units, but they're collapsing. They need a little bit of repair work. I'm going to buy some brackets and try and make them a bit more rectangular, make them a bit more stable, and then this can come back in. You see the front one, the little one there. Look at the legs. Look how skew-whiff it all is. Yeah, we're going to get some right angle brackets and some screws. Sort that out. Bring them back in, and we can get a little bit more organised. I'm going to bring the dog food in as well and put that inside this box here that was donated a few days ago. By my new mates Bonnie and Clyde. Okay, folks. I just want to express my sincere gratitude to all of you who have helped. To everyone who's helped highlight my position, my situation. To everyone who's contributed money, food, any other invaluable assistance. And of course, Karen and her family. Thank you so much. I think you do know how much this means to me. I appreciate everything that you've done, all of you. Okay, folks, let's do this properly. From Tina, and from me, Delta Mike, out.